Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pop-Ups Gaming and the first in a new series that I'll be calling Unfinished Business. This is going to be a series where I delve into my extensive backlog of games that I've amassed over the years but never got round to finishing or playing. I will then give a quick rundown on my thoughts and feelings of each game. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, or follow me on Twitter at POPUPSGAMING. Drop me a message. You can just say hi, let me know your thoughts on the series so far, or let me know if you have a particularly long list of games you just never got around to playing, or if there's any games in your backlog you feel really guilty about not giving the time they deserve. So the first game we're going to be looking at is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, developed by Starbreeze Studios back in 2013, and these are the same guys that did the Chronicles of Riddick games as well as The Darkness. It's a game that has received high praise from critics across the board and currently sits at 90 on Metacritic. So for those of you who don't know already, Brothers is a puzzle-driven adventure game that sees you playing as two brothers. They're on a long perilous journey across a fantasy landscape on a quest to save their dying father. Now I'd like to start off by saying that I actually used a gamepad while playing this game on the PC, because the unique thing here is that you control both characters simultaneously through the thumbsticks and the trigger buttons. It feels a little unnatural at first and takes a little while to get used to. It's a bit like when you pat your head and rub your tummy at the same time. Sometimes your brain just doesn't want to cooperate. It's this control scheme that forms the base of all your interactions and the puzzles that you'll encounter throughout the game. The puzzles that you'll encounter are fairly simplistic in nature and will just have you finding the best way to utilise each brother's strengths. For example, the older brother is taller, he's stronger and he can move heavier loads, and the younger brother is more nimble and his size allows him to access otherwise hard to reach areas. Now this is something I actually really enjoyed about the game. The puzzles were simple enough and intuitive enough to never actually ruin the flow of gameplay. So the puzzles are always evolving and changing and implementing new ideas, and this stops the game from becoming dull and repetitive, and it does keep you on your toes. So between these puzzle sections, if you take the time to explore and interact with the environment, you'll find yourself uncovering a rich and vibrant world. So each brother behaves differently during these interactions, and although not a word of comprehensible language is spoken, these interactions do a fantastic job of character building, getting to understand the brothers and the world they inhabit in finer detail. While the game is very linear in nature, taking the time to explore and venture off the beaten path when you can lead to some of the game's more interesting and, dare I say, moving moments. Although the game is fairly solid throughout, I did encounter a few little issues, mainly with some poor frame rates. There was a couple of glitches at times with people and objects getting stuck, and some unresponsive controls caused a few problems at times, but all in all, nothing too game breaking. From the word go and from the very opening scene, you know this game is going to attempt to toy with your emotions. It sends you on an emotional roller coaster ranging from dread and despair to happiness and triumph. All this comes to a head in the game's final moments. Unfortunately for me, I have a heart of stone and I didn't quite get the payoff that I was after. But don't let that put you off. I am in the minority and there is thousands of players out there who had a profound and emotionally enriching experience with this game. All in all, I really enjoyed my short time with Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. It gives a really good example of how you don't necessarily need long drawn out dialogue or cutscenes to build a world and characters around to fit in that world. So yeah, although it is short and there is a few little issues and the subject matter didn't necessarily hit home with me, I can't deny there is some fantastic storytelling going on. I highly recommend picking it up. So there we are then, one game down in my backlog complete. The first in the Unfinished Business series finished. Let me know what you thought. There's plenty more where this came from. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.